Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing good because we're talking about a very serious topic today. I got sent a link to an article by a lovely subscriber of mine. Thank you again, Mario. And in this article, they explain what happened in Russia at the moment. And what happened is Vladimir Putin just officially banned same-sex marriage in Russia. And as you guys know, since the heliosexual video, the rights for the LGBTQ+ community is a topic that is close to heart for me because I have family and friends and just people I know in this community, and I think no one should be mad about who others are sexually attracted to. Point blank, who cares what two adults do at home in their bed or when they're out in public? Because yes, same-sex couples should be allowed to show their love to each other as much as everyone else. And I didn't read this article besides the headline. I wanted to react genuine on camera, and I would say let's just jump in and read what happened in Russia. With a stroke of a pen, Russian President Vladimir Putin formally enacted a series of anti-LGBTQ+ amendments banning marriage equality and transgender adoptions, and centering a belief in God as a core value of the country. I just don't know what to say. Transgender people aren't allowed to adopt. Why though? Do you really think that it's contagious that transgender parents could, I don't know, just let their kids transition to another gender just for fun or what? As an adult, as transgender, most people I talk to are so serious about this because they said it did hurt so much. They had so many bad experiences from friends and family and just strangers on the street. Do you really think those people would pressure their kid into those experiences? I don't think so. And I know many families, normal families, as probably Putin would say, with a mom and a dad and their shitty parents. They can be horrible parents regardless of if they're transgender identity or if they are non-binary or if they're gay or lesbian. Regardless, your sexuality, your identity doesn't matter when you parent a child. Your morality does. And if you can be there for your child, if you can explain things to children, that is what matters, and not identity and sexuality. And I think it's so disgusting that in 2021 there is a country on earth that had those rights and took them away again. It's still disgusting to think about that there are countries in which people of the LGBTQ+ community don't have the same rights as everyone else. Come on, even in Germany, gay men aren't allowed to donate blood unless they can confirm in some kind of way that they haven't had sex for a year. Why? We know by now that being gay and having HIV is not a causation. There can be, there cannot be. There's so many people, women, hetero men, non-binary pals, even asexual people can get HIV. It is a horrible thing, of course, but still till this day there is this bias against gay men. And it's disgusting, even in Germany, a so progressive country and blah blah blah, I don't know. It's so disgusting that in 2021 we still don't have the same rights for everyone. I'm sorry for the rant, but that had to get out of my soul. The homophobic and transphobic amendments were passed last July in a national referendum, with over 77% of voters casting their ballots in support of the measures. According to a report in the AP, the new rules also reset Putin's terms limits as president, meaning he can serve an additional 2 6-year terms in office. How is this possible? How is this legal in Russia? That he, as the president, can change the law that he can be president longer. What is this? Really? What is this? There's so many people voting in favor of those homophobic things. And at part, I think it's the fault of the people, because it's disgusting to be homophobic and transphobic. But on the other hand, I think it has to do with how they grew up there. In Russia, I think you get taught in school that that's unnatural, that is disgusting. And you get taught completely different values in this topic than we in the west of Europe, for example. And I think it says a lot when you think about that. Putin thinks he has to change the law to save Russia. And there were so many things happening in the last years. Let the political opposite of him get killed. He is not a democratic leader of a country. He's a dictator. You can't tell me what you want, but that is it. And what he does is disgusting. The amendments passed by voters and signed into law by Putin specifically ban marriage equality and adoption by transgender folks. The amendments were highly popular with the socially conservative Russian populace. Religious themes play an important role in society in the nation and often drive anti-LGBTQ+ sentiments. The campaign in support of the constitutional amendments was particularly offensive. One notorious television commercial featured a gay couple adopting a young boy from an orphanage. When the boy asks the man adopting him about his new mother, the man points to his car where a second man emerges wearing makeup and clothing that is meant to appear feminine. The ad, entitled "Why Amendments to the Constitution Are Important," ended by asking viewers if "This is the Russia you choose." Video of the ad was later pulled from YouTube. That is so horrible. I cannot. How is that legal? How can the people in Russia support this? And of course, again, it's a two-sided thing. One, when you not get told that it's okay, you need more input to see that, oh, maybe it's wrong what I got taught. And it's such a big psychological and sociological thing what people cannot understand. But Russia, for us, isn't as far away culturally. But those things show me that there's way more to Russia that can be viewed as propaganda. And it's hard for me when I think about there's so many people in Russia now suffering from those new laws that are just in love with the same sex, or they just feel like they're not the sex they were born. What does it change for everyone else. It doesn't change anything. I mean, is someone offended that I say I'm not attracted to blonde men, but brunette or black-haired men? Is that offensive? No. Why would it be offensive to people when I would say I am attracted to other women? It has nothing to do with anything in the culture except they love someone you don't love. Oh my God. I cannot understand. I don't know what to say anymore. Life for the LGBTQ plus community has grown even worse since then. Putin followed through on a promised crackdown in a series of moves that have silenced opposition. School teachers in St. Petersburg were instructed to comb through the social media profiles of their students and report any LGBTQ plus symbols or support to authorities. I mean, that reads like something from North Korea. How is... You are taking away so much from people, not only the LGBTQ plus community, but also for the people in their lives, for the families, for the friends, for just people who know someone and want to support who they are. It is so disgusting that the students, the children, aren't even allowed the freedom on the internet. That is dictatorship, and I think the EU should step into this. I think the governments of all our Western world should step into this and try to pressure Putin to say, hey, that is not okay, because that doesn't fit into our understanding of human rights. And I hate it to say, because I don't want political problems with other countries or something, but how could people stay silent when in 2021 people get taken away their human rights, their freedom on the internet, that people aren't even allowed to share their support for the LGBTQ plus community? That is so beyond me, and it shouldn't be a thing in this day and age. And I think politicians have to step out of their way and say, hey, we have to do something about it. At least that's what I think. More recently, Russian law enforcement officials detained 2 gay men who had escaped torture and abuse in the Czech Republic and then handed them back to their alleged abusers. How could you? I mean, of course, when guys like Vladimir Putin don't think that gay men are people, you can do this. But Russia had other rights for those people, and he took them away. I really get a bellyache thinking about this. Salek Magamadov and Ismail Isayev had fled to Russia after Chechen authorities allegedly arrested and tortured the 2 men for their LGBTQ plus activism. Prior to the escape, the pair were forced to record a deeply disturbing video apology at the hands of Chechen authorities. Russian police detained the pair in January and returned them to their abusers across the border. I'm just lost for words. I cannot understand how a person has so little compassion for other people that they really, when they arrive at your door, tortured and afraid for their lives, and you just say, no, I bring you back. It's horrible to think about, but our politicians won't do anything. It is what it is. In Germany, we get oil from Russia. Our government would do shit. There is so little we can do besides trying to send out a message of support. If anyone from you, if any one of you guys knows how we can support the people, how we can help, how we can maybe put a little pressure on politicians, let us know. Let the community know. Let us know how anything can help in this, because it's disheartening. I'm really lost for words. To change that, we have to talk to people, and we have to talk to the people who have opposite views than we do. Because just to say,
oh, you're cancelled,
or to say, I don't want to interact with you at all, isn't okay. To distance ourselves, fine, totally. I have to distance myself, even reading this article, because I would get so emotional by stuff like this. But we have to talk to the people. I have a friend, she grew up in Russia, and she has, I think, some horrible views. Not that horrible, oh my god, but we have to challenge those views, and we have to talk to the people, explain to them, try to tell them, like, hey, if that would have been your child, what would be your emotion? What would you do when your child said, hey, I'm attracted to the same sex, or I don't feel like my gender is the same as my sex? And that should be okay. And we have to challenge people. That's why we have debunking channels, because we want to challenge other people's views on things. And I think this video is now coming to an end. I don't know what to say anymore. Probably when I end this video I will have 1,000 new thoughts, but at this moment I'm just baffled that those things can actually happen at this day and age. So let me know what you think in the comments, and of course let me know, do you know people who still support Putin? Do you know people who come from Russia but don't agree with any of it? Just let me know what you think. I need a little bit more support, in my opinion, because I don't know, I have doubts in humanity in general. I need a little bit of faith in humanity back. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Please subscribe and like, and if you're interested, all my socials all are linked down below, and I will see you on Sunday in the next one. Bye!